What's going on, you guys? It's George. Welcome back to my channel. Or welcome to my channel. Today, we're gonna BS, guys. There was a situation that happened just a moment ago that I wanted to sit down and kind of just like do a little story time, and I don't do story times often. Actually, I can't remember the last time I did a story time. So today, that's what we're doing. For the longest time, I've been wanting one of those cartoon illustrations of myself for like an intro on my channel. Like, you know, those cool introductions that like beauty gurus and just YouTubers have as an intro for their channel. I want one of them so bad. But usually they're really expensive. And I've talked to a lot of very talented illustrators that wanted to charge an arm and a leg for their art, which I understand, guys. I definitely want to support and appreciate artists. By no means I don't want anyone to take this video as like me not understanding the whole concept of art by any means. I actually make handcrafted bracelets and sell them on Etsy, so I'm a part of the art community, guys, believe it or not. If you did not know that, all my information in the description down below. This is actually a satellite crystal bracelet. Hello, not trying to like promote myself, but I understand, guys. So I was actually contacted by somebody that wanted to do an illustration of me. And I get a lot of these Instagram messages quite often, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do get people saying like, hey, like, let's collaborate, I'll draw you, whatever. And normally I never do it. But the reason why I trusted this person that scammed me, that gooped me, is because they had illustrations of people wearing Tommy Hilfiger. So I thought, all right, these are really cool designs. I actually like the way they did their work. And you know what? Might as well support them. They were kind of like a new page. I didn't know they were brand new. So basically I was scammed by an artist on Instagram. I gave them my money. I didn't receive any work. And I have this whole big idea of what I wanted for my intro that never happened. So if you guys want to hear the story, keep on watching. Here it is, guys. So my intro is a nice Victorian frame, and then all of a sudden a Birds of Paradise pops up, and then I pop up in the middle, and then a cat on this side, specifically 𝗵𝘁 my orange cat, and then at the bottom of the screen, 𝗀𝗲𝘄𝘆. Very simple, very basic, nothing crazy detail oriented. I kind of like sailor art, or maybe something just black and white illustration wise. That's it. That is it. Nothing crazy. And actually the person that I was working with had really cool pieces that made me feel like, you know what, I could trust and believe that they'll do a great job. And they were actually only asking $40 for all of that. Now, I wasn't asking for animation or anything, but what I was asking for is for each individual piece, for example, like the frame, and then the frame and me, and then the frame, me, and the Birds of Paradise, whatever the case is. Like each individual piece that is added to the picture, I want them separately like received. And I didn't think that was, you know, asking for much, and neither did the person at the time. But this artist, I don't know what was going on, guys. I mean, other than I fell for a trap. Before we go any further, guys, I'm in the middle of editing this video, and Instagram no longer has this person's account. So I didn't, unfortunately, screenshot anything, and this is just solely a story time, guys. I reported this person's account probably like 15 times. That's how angry I was. And then on top of that, I reported their Cash App account as well. But I didn't know, like, once somebody's account no longer exists, because their account does not exist anymore at all. There's no trace of it whatsoever. But I didn't know, like, because their account doesn't exist, your history of messages don't exist either. So it's a little weird. And I have no receipts, so trust and believe this is true. I didn't realize that this person's account was basically brand new, and there were no comments on the pictures. I didn't pay attention to any of that, so I pretty much fell for this. The way that they were going about the transaction was I would pay them on Cash App, and I agreed to only do a down payment of $20 out of the $40, just until I made sure they were actually doing the work. I thought that was a level-headed decision, smart decision, and luckily I didn't pay them outright the $40 right from the beginning, because I pretty much was receiving messages from them on Instagram saying like, oh my god, man, this work is so difficult, this is tough work, I can't finish this without you paying the rest of the money. And they mentioned that like 2 times, and then I was finally like, you know what, let's cancel the transaction. I'm normally not somebody that really does like an irrational like decision like that and just wants to back out, especially if they already started the work, but they had nothing to show for it. Like there was nothing. There was nothing. There was no type of example or preview with anything they created. So they just wanted me to pay out the right $40 right away without anything to show for it. And that's when I got like the red flag. Finally, I got a red flag, guys. I'm not good with those things. And I looked at their page, seeing that their post was pretty much brand new, and there was no comments. There was nothing as far as like an establishment or trust. I only looked at the upfront numbers, how many followers they had and how many pictures they had for examples. And yeah, I was fooled. So I have canceled the payment to them, which unfortunately they already accepted the payment. And we pretty much went back and forth on Instagram DMs asking for the refund. And every time they would tell me like, they would make up excuses. That's pretty much it. They would make up excuses, and then they finally just stopped answering me. And I must have requested a refund from them or requested money back on the Cash App probably like 14 times, 12 times now, and nothing. And I didn't know this, but on the Cash App, you actually have the option to block somebody. So I'm guessing they probably blocked me and not receiving those requests. And I've also contacted Cash App. Unfortunately, they told me there was nothing that they can do. And I tweeted to them to see if there was any variation to receive like a phone call from them or an email to talk directly with maybe their customer service. But if you guys are aware of any way to contact Cash App, let me know down below. Otherwise, I'm gonna dispute this with my bank, and that is not the route that I wanted to take because I've worked for the fraud department at the bank, and disputing a type of transaction like this is nearly impossible because I gave them the okay. The only thing is this would be considered kind of like a merchant dispute, and I didn't receive the goods or services that were requested. So, I mean, there was no contract. That's the only thing that I'm kind of afraid of. There was no contract. It was just like it was a written agreement in a way in the DMs, but I don't know how reliable that source would be considered. I don't know, but this is crazy, and this has not happened to me. And I've, like I said, wanted an illustration done for such a long time on my channel. And guys, I've had a healthy channel now for over 2 years here on YouTube, and I just kind of want to pick up the pace with a cool introduction and whatnot. So this whole story is leading to what I wanted to share with you guys, and I've had a nice amount of time on my hands, and I'm starting a new series here on my channel, which I'm naming Vintage Therapy. And I love and appreciate and have an extreme passion and hobby for home restoration, flipping items, especially of like the vintage variety, antiques and whatnot. And I'm finally like making a whole series out of it here on YouTube. So ideally, what I wanted to use that intro for with that illustration is for this new series. So I took it upon myself to study a few new techniques and editing skills on iMovie, and I made this. I know it's simple, but that's exactly what I wanted. After I thought about it and really thought long and hard about just giving up the idea of having a cool little doodle of myself, this is what I came up with. And I love it, guys. I know it's basic, but I love Victorian and like the whole Sheraton vibe of the frames and the detail and just the simplicity of it all, with marble included, because on my channel I use a white marble background for my basic intro on my regular videos. So I figured let's flip that and make it a black marble background for inside the frame, and just add those tiny little details that make my brand what it is. So I made this myself, guys, and I'm proud of it. So I figured, you know what, along on this journey of, I don't know what you want to call this, guys. I don't know what type of journey this is, but I have a cool intro in the long run, and I made it myself, and I'm very proud of it. Hopefully you guys like it. And if you have any thoughts, opinions, suggestions, sound off in the comment section down below. I believe my whole new series, Vintage Therapy, is going to be premiering sometime within the next week or two. And of course, I will keep you guys updated on my Instagram, so follow me along on there. Link is in the description down below. @𝘬𝗏 is the domain. And I'm so pumped, guys. I will also keep you updated in my videos on this channel as well, because I do post 3 videos a week. And yes, I'm super excited. I'm very pumped to be sharing this journey with you guys, because honestly, like, this is an extreme passion of mine. I've always wanted to open up like a vintage shop, so who knows, maybe it will lead to that one day. And it's just a cool new chapter that I'm very, very, very excited for. If you like this video, maybe you found it to be fun, entertaining, beneficial, perhaps a life lesson, give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel. That'd be much appreciated. Goes a long way. Share this video and share the love. Also hit the notification bell, which is very important because I upload videos multiple times a week, so you might as well be notified. If you're not clicking that notification bell, that means you will not be notified when I upload a new video. So click that bell. And my Instagram again is right here @𝘬𝗏 if you want to follow me there as well. But until next time, say thanks, give compliments, and think positive. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.